What's up, Lakers stands? Welcome to Lakers Funtime Show. Today we're going to dive into the last couple of games, discuss the current focus of trade talks, D'Angelo Russell, and take a sneak peek at the week ahead. Let's get into it.
The Lakers Funtime. It's the show where Laker fans have a fun time.
1 for 2, Laker fans. What we were expecting to be and what should have been an easy sweep against the Nets and Trailblazers ended up being split. Friday night, we played the Brooklyn Nets. First quarter, we're lighting them up. D'Lo has 13 points. 3 for 3 from 3. Melting them, playing with energy. We were up 37-28 in the first quarter. Now, I'm 2 time zone hours away from LA right now, and I was feeling a little under the weather. So partway through the second quarter, I went to sleep, fully confident that my guys were playing like the high energy champions I know they are. So I wake up the next day, I check the scores, and I think, surely I'm still asleep. This has got to be some sort of terrible waking dream. Nightmare. So I pinch my little arm, I start smacking my face till it turns red as Auerbach himself. But much to my dismay, I wasn't dreaming. The Lakers lost their focus and energy and were demolished in the second half. Cam Thomas got hot as a demon and put up 33 points off the bench. Claxton and Dinwiddie played with force. And in the end, we lost 130-112. Terrible. Why, Lakers? Why? Now, the Nets aren't a terrible team by any stretch, but they lost 9 of their last 10 leading up to the matchup. So we really didn't have any excuses not to win. And Darvin Ham essentially said the same thing. We're out of excuses. All right, buddy, then coach like it. So that brings us to last night against the Portland Trailblazers. Now, unfortunately for them, the Trailblazers are a pretty meh-rable team. They definitely got the raw end of the deal having to trade away their superstar Damian Lillard. It left them with an odd hodgepodge of players, and their big pick, Scoot Henderson, has had mixed results, to put it nicely. So thankfully we were able to capitalize on the opportunity and secure the W. D'Angelo Russell continued his hot streak, putting up 34 points and 8 assists. He was 6 of 11 from 3. Hot, baby, hot. LeBron had 28 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, looking silver foxy as ever. AD had a double-double with 14 points, 14 rebounds. Austin Reeves seems to have his confidence back, shooting 3 from 4 from beyond the arc. Cam Reddish came back from injuries, looking fresh as hell, giving us a nice spark off the bench. We even got some blowout garbage time, and were able to see minutes from Colin Castleton, Maxwell Lewis, JHS, and Jackson Hayes, which is always fun. But fans noticed a couple things that have continued to perpetuate and add fuel to the fire about trade rumors regarding D'Angelo Russell. For one, D'Lo looked a little bit sad. For a guy who just put up 34 points in a borderline must-win game, he seemed a little stoic, a little extra reflective. Videos on Twitter showed what people deemed to be him tearing up at the end of the game. Now, for all we know, he was just tired as hell and a little bit zony. There's no hard proof he was crying or even extra emotional. Twitter is pure drama most of the time. But he did get a little extra flowery in his post-game interview, talking about how things like this are what you dream of when you're a little kid, and how surreal it is to be bounced passing alley-oops to LeBron James, which was a beautiful play, by the way. It did feel a tiny bit like a goodbye speech, like maybe there's a chance he knows something that we don't. But again, most likely it's us Laker fans that are hypersensitive right now. We're not in the know. We're guessing. We're reading into every little detail that we can find. We're overanalyzing body language. We're checking to see who unfollowed who followed who liked what, who LeBron didn't compliment, who so-and-so high-fived and didn't high-five. It's getting a little bit ridiculous, but it is all we have. And these things do make you think. Now, as Laker daddy Trevor Lane pointed out, after spending some time coming off the bench, these last 5 games since rejoining the starting lineup, D'Lo is averaging 27 points, 56% from the field, and 54% from 3. He's crushing it, and he's making it hard to have a case for trading him, a first rounder, and more assets for anybody who's on the trade market right now. Nobody within reach is putting up those kind of numbers. And I know it's a small sample size and he hasn't been playing like this all season, but maybe keeping him in the starting lineup will give him the boost of confidence that he needs. I mean, look at this guy. He's gelling with the team, and at 27 years old, he has so much potential. And we've got a history with him. The Lakers signed D'Lo with the second pick of the 2015 draft as part of their soon-to-be post-Kobe rebuild. He got to play a season with Kobe Bryant, and he looked pretty good as a rookie. He even made the all-rookie second team. Now, after a couple of seasons, we did end up trading him to the Nets, but it was a trade that made sense. We were able to secure Brook Lopez and the draft rights to Kyle Kuzma. And D'Lo went on to flourish with the Nets, securing his first All-Star selection. And we can't forget the Swaggy P drama that did help facilitate the trade. After D'Angelo Russell posted a video on Snapchat of Nick Young admitting to cheating on Iggy Azalea, which ultimately led them to break up. Now at 27 years old, D'Angelo Russell is still a relatively young and very talented player. And a lot of us Laker fans have a soft spot in our heart for him. I personally hope we can keep him around and maybe make a small trade or two to bolster our current lineup. But we'll see what happens. Now, Rui Hachimura also seemed a little bit off last night, as Golden Knight GFX pointed out on Twitter. He's been struggling to find his rhythm this year after being excellent for us in the playoffs last year. And the expectations were super high on him with this new deal coming into the new season. And I know he's been very honest in the past about his struggles with mental health, which is awesome and something we don't talk about in our league very much. So yes, he seemed a little bit down, and maybe he knows something we don't. Or maybe he's just a human being who's trying his best to stay positive in the middle of a very hot spotlight. Playing for the Lakers comes with a ton of pressure since you know we're the greatest team of all time. So I think the best thing we can do right now is cut the dude some slack. Show D'Lo and Rui nothing but good ass vibes. Shower them with our support, with high fives, with butt slaps, with "you can do it, dudes." But that's just my take. Let me know your thoughts below. Do D'Lo and Rui know something we don't? Are they just going through it? What do you think is going on? Let me know. Alright, before we wrap up, a little forecast, a little look at the week ahead. Tomorrow, Tuesday night, we play the San Diego Clippers. The faux LA reppin' San Diego team that we've been forced to share our beloved staples.crypto.arena with for far too long. Now, unfortunately, the last few years, they've been kicking our ass. But thankfully, this year, we've been able to turn it around a little bit. In the last two matchups, we beat them. So I'm glad Tuesday's game is coming off a big win, and I'm hopeful that we're able to take that momentum and send those Clippers back to San Diego. Three-peat, baby. And then Thursday night, we play the Bulls. Now, they will be Levine-less, but that didn't stop them from beating us last time. We'll get to see Laker favorite Alex Caruso play, which is always a joy. It should be a good matchup. Hopefully we can get the dub. And then speaking of W, on Saturday we play the Warriors. The Warriors have been having a rough season. You got the Draymond Green drama. Klay Thompson is slowly in decline. And they have a very promising young roster that seems to be frustrated with their rotation and with their minutes. I'm banking on the Lakers to make this an easy win so we can show the Warriors who the number one team in California is. The Lakers. That's all for today, Lakers fans. Thank you for sticking around. If you wouldn't mind doing me a huge favor and liking this video, hitting that little subscribe button, and maybe leaving a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I love you, Laker family. See you next time.
The Lakers Funtime Show.